Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help. And King of Floors, your vinyl, laminate, and engineered flooring superstore.
Donnie and Dolly presented by Able Auctions and King of Floors. It is a Wednesday, and all of our guests today are sponsored by the O's marketing team at Royal LePage. They'll find your next home in Nanaimo, Nanoose Bay, Parksville, and Qualicum Beach. Find out more at wearerealestate.com. The CFL Draft took place yesterday. A lot of people, I know Farhan said this, a lot of CFL experts, football experts, saying the BC Lions won that draft. I remember looking at a few forecasts for the draft, and a lot of people expected Daniel Joseph, defensive lineman out of NC State, to go first overall to Hamilton. He ends up dropping to the Lions at number 4. And here to talk about what went on at the draft from a BC point of view is co-general manager and director of football operations for the BC Football Club, Neil McEvoy. Neil, long time no talk to. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, guys. Thank you very much for having me on and the opportunity. And, it's always exciting to talk three-down professional football on any day of the week. So I appreciate it.
And this will cost you, Neil. We need to gussy up our set. And I'm going to be contacting you, or Rick will. We need an old Lions helmet. Maybe one of those white helmets from back in the 80s. I want to put it front and center on the desk here.
You guys got it. Anything to help the set. And you know what? Congratulations to you guys to getting back on the air. It's always, you guys have done a great job over the years, and I'm glad to, be talking to you today and have you back on.
We mentioned, thank you very much, Neil. We mentioned Daniel Joseph, defensive lineman out of NC State. He goes number 4 in the second round. You pick up Alaric Jackson, offensive lineman from Iowa, who is highly touted. Obviously, other players that you drafted as well. What did you like about what you were up to yesterday at the draft, Neil?
Well, do you know what? Yeah, all 5 of our picks, to be quite honest, when we did our draft board, were in our top 20. Now, if you would have asked me if I was going to be able to get these guys how we projected it, you never know, and that's the beauty of drafting in any league. And Mr. Joseph and Mr. Alaric Jackson, we just felt that if we were going to get better on the offensive and defensive line, you're going to have to get better players. And these young men have and fill that gap. They will have opportunities in the NFL. Alaric is currently with an NFL team right now, but you know what? You got to swing for the fences to get good talent on your football team. I know people, sometimes don't like the CFL because it's only 9 teams, but in reality, 9 teams makes it ultra competitive, and every game means something. And if you're going to keep up in the upper echelon of the league, you got to get better personnel. You have to get better players in, and these 2 young men give us an opportunity to compete once they get to us.
We saw 4 Canadians taken in the NFL draft. Where is the talent level at these days when it comes to young Canadian players, Neil, versus the past?
You know what? That's an attribute to the young men who play the sport. That's that just to me gives me pleasure in talking about what the Canadian Football League does to all young men and women who play the sport of football and get better. So the Canadian Football League's been around for a long, long time. I know you guys are fans. You know what? And it just drives these young guys and women to, continue fighting on, and they've gotten better. And to get into the world stage, you have to, keep on competing and keep on, producing. And right now, Canada's been able to do that. And you know what? It's refreshing talking to all these young guys about joining the CFL and possibly getting options in the NFL. When I first started doing this in the 90s, the NFL wasn't even a talking point to any of these guys because the NFL didn't look north of the border. Mm-hmm. Well, now the NFL is looking north of the border. They're looking at our players. They're looking at players who are playing U Sport. And that's a testament to, the players who continue on. That's a testament to the Canadian Football League and what it brings to Canada and everything else.
Neil, great job at the Canadian Draft, but we got to ask you about the future. What's going on? When do you think the CFL season will start and the BC Lions can get to BC Place and start playing?
Well, Rick, as you used to say, I have a story that's going to rock the foundation, but I don't. We are doing our best. We're continuing to talk to the healthcare professionals. All I can say is that we are ready to go. We were ready to go. We were supposed to go May 15th, and now we've been delayed until July. We are ready to go as an organization, and we just can't wait to put the pads on and first of all go up to Kamloops and have training camp, and then start playing. The reality is that we're working through this like everybody else, and just with the way the world is right now, we're doing our best to get on the field, and we're hopeful that things will work out for us.
And Neil, let's say you get started in August. BC Place, first home game for the Lions. Do you see fans there or not?
You know what? I think, I don't know that if yes or no, because it changes. If you would have asked us a month ago, I would have said for sure. If you would have asked us 2 weeks ago, I'd say no. Today, I don't know. Things are just so volatile. Things are changing every day. We're not supposed to go to training camp until July. We're not supposed to be at BC Place till August. You know what? I just don't know the answer to that. That's probably a better question for our president, Rick Lelisher. But at this time, we're hopeful to kick off and have people at BC Place and play in front of our loyal fans, because we do have a lot of them, and we're proud of who we are, and we're proud of where we play, and we're proud to play in the Canadian football and being Canadian.
Neil, Dickinson Printers, Ackles, Buono, you were a part of that. 30, 35, 40,000 every game. Now attendance is an issue. What do you guys have to do to get people back in those seats at BC Place?
Yeah, do you know what? Vancouver is a very, it's a different market. You know what? We're a shiny object market. If you went back into the 80s, we were a shiny object, and the 90s is sort of went a little lower. If you went back to where you're saying in the mid 2000s, we were a shiny object, and you know what? We haven't been able to compete with the upper echelon teams in this league. And you know what? In order to grasp the outside, we have a big core group of people that follow us. Our TV numbers are really good, but we need to get that extra group that are on the fringe to come back to BC Place. We know they're there. You just have to start putting a winning product on the field, and I believe they'll come back.
Have you met The Rock yet?
No, I have not met The Rock. I've just, I'm on the outsider looking in on that one. I just, anything we can do to support three-down football in Canada, I'm happy about. But no, I have not. I haven't tried to body slam him yet, and he hasn't tried to body slam me.
It's just a matter of time. What can you tell us about that, Neil, that possible partnership between the CFL and XFL?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you're just, as a professional league, you're looking for alternate revenue streams than what you currently have. As I said, the Canadian Football League brings a lot to the communities that they play in. The BC Lions are no different than that. When we go to, high school football in Vancouver, minor football in Vancouver, all those programs are littered with ex-coaches, ex-players, ex-people who were involved with the BC Lions. And you know what? That's what we bring, and that's what we're going to continue to bring. And I think, the owners and governors of this league are just looking for alternate revenue streams. From what I heard, the XFL had called up to talk to our guys, and we made it public that we are going to talk to them. And I think that's where it's at today. And I know there's lots of speculation out there as to what that means, but until they tell me any differently, we are a three-down professional league that represents Canada, and we represent the province of British Columbia, and we're going to continue to do so.
Neil, thanks for this. All the best, and congratulations on what looks like a really strong draft for the BC Lions.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on and talking football. Appreciate it.
You bet.